This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Today we're going to talk about Jermaine Dupri and brat. Brat sticks up for him, El Chapo, and then Yella Beezy. And then we're going to talk about 50 Cent and his baby mother. Positive things, though. Anyways, this is Jordan Tower with JT News. Smash that like button. I hope you guys are having a great, positive day. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Do not forget to hit that like button. And let's just get right into it and hit the like button for positivity. Just be positive out there, guys. Okay, so Jermaine Dupri came under a lot of scrutiny the past week for talking about all female rappers sound the same nowadays. He's used to a time with more lyrics and not used to everybody rapping the same. I mean, the same argument could be made for the guys, okay? He was just asked specifically about female rappers. The brat is the only one that really came to his defense and said, she loves Jermaine Dupri and that he's very smart what he does, and there's always a method to his madness. And also, it was taken out of context. But she's fine with it because this time there's a global discussion about women in rap. She also said it's not, you got to look at the whole interview. The cameraman told her that apparently you didn't hear the question before when they asked him to choose between Nicki and Cardi. The paparazzi asked the brat to help him out because he didn't remember when the question was asked. I'm not helping you out. A perturbed brat stated, I had said what I had to say. Then also she, it's just, she said it's all a strategy, and it probably is because he's probably just trying to drum up more of a event for female rap. Guys have these, we have the URL battles and everything. Maybe Jermaine Dupri's trying to start one for females. Okay, you got to see where the method to his madness goes. El Chapo got life and he had to forfeit $12 billion. I still don't know why we're trying this case, but we, in the United States, but we are. So it is what it is. So he sentenced to life plus 30 years and forfeit $12.6 billion. That's crazy. And could be potentially also the last time El Chapo could see his wife. Wow. But it's I don't know. It's a scary. He's a scary guy. I'll be honest. Then we got L.A. Reid and so this is what I wanted to talk about. So Yella Beezy, I saw him on the internet, and I like Yella Beezy, so don't get this out of context. I think Yella Beezy is doing his thing, and he grinded to get where he's at independently to become dependent. So he was on the internet the other day throwing money out and saying, oh man, billion streams independently. You're not independent. I'm sick of these people thinking they're independent when they're not. You're signed to L.A. Reid, right? Independent is doing everything yourself, no connections. L.A. Reid has been in the business for like 30 years. He has all the connections he needs. Plus, you're the distribution is through Empire. You're not directly with Empire. You're through L.A. Reid's Hitco, which Jennifer Lopez is signed to, and a bunch of other people. So it's not completely independent. So that I only bring this up to not discourage people. Like, why isn't it working for me? I'm independent. No, some of you are truly independent. This is not being 100% independent. Okay, once you get any kind of major influence involved, favors come into play and everything that you can't buy that. L.A. Reid earned all those. Okay, a lot of labels earn their connections and their favors, and things go faster. And Yella Beezy deserves that because he was grinding in Texas, L.A. Reid recognized and started his own label, distributed through Empire. Okay, I mean, L.A. Reid doesn't need you don't need the big office of 40 people working on your record anymore. So he's more independent than it was back in the day, but you don't need the machine anymore. Just like you don't need all the equipment you needed for music videos, anymore. For the past 10 years, you could just use a 5D or something like that. Then lastly, this is big news, but it's not really. 50 Cent's baby mother is taking pictures on the beach, and it's being big. He does have a super fine baby mother. Okay, yes, he does. Okay, salute to 50 Cent. Anyways, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys are having a positive day today and staying positive while you're at work and getting through the week. I mean, it's pretty much over at this point. It's Wednesday. And, just keep plugging through, staying positive, and always try to be thinking ahead and staying positive and, working towards changing your circumstances. And if you want to change your circumstances, they're not going to change during the 8 to 10 hours you're devoting towards your career, whatever you're working at right now. The real change is going to happen when you come home and you sacrifice hanging out and you sacrifice everything you do to relax in order to make it to another level, to change your circumstances. Changing your circumstances requires sacrifice. Sacrifice of buying what you want, doing what you want, and hanging out with the people you want to hang out with. It's all about just taking the extra money you would have spent going out and putting it towards your next idea. Spending time researching another career, putting in applications instead of going out and hanging out with your friends or watching your favorite TV show, or starting a small business on the side after work for a supplemental income. It's not easy. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. A new job's not going to just fall in your lap. You got to research where you can put your, if you're working for somebody else, you got to put your resumes out there. You got to go, do your research. You got to take phone calls during your lunch break instead of taking lunch. And you got to be secretive about that when you're doing it. If you're going to supplement your income with a second job, maybe you're going to drive Uber at night, or whatever you're going to do, you're going to be sacrificing your time to get ahead. Because if you're not ahead, you're one paycheck from being behind. I've been there. I have been way behind. I've been surviving job to job, and just taking a breath of fresh air when I got my rent, and then now I'm thinking about next month, it's like, it's not a good position to be in. So it's always worth the sacrifice. Sometimes late at night, I'll be done doing my other jobs that I do, like my little side jobs from here. I have a couple sources that I have a couple sources of income. I'll be tired. I'll be real tired at night. But, sometimes I sit on my couch and I'm like, I'm gonna just go to sleep. But then I'm like, wait a minute, if I go to sleep, I'm gonna be behind. I'm gonna start off behind tomorrow. So I, drag myself down to my computer and do something else, because and sometimes you feel like you're just not living, I'll be honest with you, I feel like that, I'd be like, geez, I'm not even living life, and, you do got to take, just like you take time, just like when you're investing in yourself by what you put in your body, good foods and stuff, you got to have those days where you take a break. And I try to do that on the weekends. I just try to do 50%, because you do gotta live a little, otherwise it'd be you go insane, like I need to take a vacation of some sort for a day or two, Don't listen to these guys on the internet that say, oh, vacation, what's that? Sleep, what's that? They all sleep and they all take little mini vacations. They just don't go on vacation for a week, because then you're too far removed. They go on vacation for a day or two, though. I'll tell you that much. And that's what I do. I take a day or two, bang, I'm off, go somewhere, and then I come right back. Because I notice that when I do take a week, I'm totally removed. And your mind actually changes. When you're not working at what you're working at every day, have you ever noticed that your mind just totally shifts? I always imagine, like you can get used to any situation. It's amazing what our minds can do. So if you start going on vacation for 4 or 5 days and you're not working every day, your mind starts to shift away from work. And then you're like, this is how I should be living. This is peaceful. But then you're eventually going to be miserable because you're going to have no money. And, without money, unfortunately, you can't do anything. You can't just live off the land. You know why? Because Uncle Sam wants his money for the land. He wants his tax money, okay? You can't live off the land. The country's free, but not 100% free, you know? The world's not 100% free. You can't just stake out a plot of land and be like, yeah, I'm gonna live here. Nah. It all costs money. It all has rules and regulations. It's pretty crazy when you think about it sometimes, but it's how the world goes around. Anyways, I love you guys. I hope this talk just gets your mind going at least, you know. I'm not saying I'm the most inspirational person in the world, but these talks help me as well. So I just like to vent to you guys and talk. And I will check you guys in the next video. I know the news is a little light, but trust me, it'll pick up. Peace.